It's time for another round of live, local, play-by-play coverage of Southwest Metro Sports on PSB Media.
Taken away by Spinner, potential shorthanded opportunity. Here comes Steven Spinner, the captain. Shot.
Oh! Great blocks in front of him, just waits for him to develop, breaks an arm tackle, and he'll dive for the end zone.
Watch the teamwork, tradition, and all-out competition unfold live on any streaming device.
Annie with it, gives off for Zulsdorf through traffic. Here's an opportunity, score! Oh boy.
PSB Media's coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by The Malt Store, Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, Fleet PT, Noodles & Company of Eden Prairie, The Sun Current, The Tavern on 4 and 5, and in partnership with Minnesota Football Magazine, the Pioneer Press, and BEC TV.
And it drops! The game is over! Forest Lake wins 1-0 in the bottom of the 10th. Brett Gravel is the hero.
Catch all of the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports. PSB Media.
Brady Shue up from his defense. We'll leave it for Graham. Graham works his way and scores in overtime. Michael Graham with the game.
Game time is coming up next.
And welcome to Schmidt-Mackey Arena here in Farmington as we're live for high school hockey on a Saturday afternoon for you on PSB. My name is Brett Johnson, joined alongside Brian Miller here in the broadcast booth as we're just about underway as the puck is just about, the referee is ready to drop it. Faked out the players for a moment there as it'll be Louis Rail playing it over to the left wing for Eden Prairie to get this game underway. Should be a good matchup here between these two squads. Looking at records heading on in, Eden Prairie comes in 3-0, Farmington 3-1 on the season. Farmington, a bit of an upstart team last season that was the number 2 seed in Section 1AA. I believe they won over 20 games before they were eliminated by eventual state runner-up Lakeville North in the Section 1AA championship. So this is certainly a team on the rise, and they should give Eden Prairie a good battle here in tonight's game. Tied up in the corner where both teams will try to dig it out. Middlestad can't hit it out of the zone. There's a slap shot through some traffic that goes wide. Took a weird carom off the end wall. And now Farmington will play that over to the right wing. That was number 15, Jensen. Has 2 points on the season for the Tigers. And already we're going to get a penalty coming up. And this one may be 5 as we saw that hit into the end wall. There was a good opportunity there for the Tigers. And we're going to get a look here at a Farmington power play. But Brian, the question is, will this be a 2 or a 5, as that was a hit into the end wall, and I know you're a hockey fan. Usually when you get a hit like that into the wall, it can sometimes get a 5-minute major. So we'll see how many they give Michael Graham. It is just a 2-minute penalty, so Graham will head to the box. And we'll get a look here at the Farmington power play. Take a look here at the Farmington power play. They have just 2 power play goals on the season. Their percentage at 21%. That puck trickles across the crease, but nobody home for the Tigers. That's Hausworth. Hausworth will walk it up to the point, head it over to Holstrom. Holstrom couldn't receive the pass cleanly. Now here comes Eden Prairie. 2-on-1 shorthanded. They had 2 shorthanded goals in their game against Eastview back on Thursday. In fact, back-to-back shorthanded goals scored within a 20-second sequence. So this certainly is a squad that can score when they're a man short. Aguilar will clear that out to neutral. Now it's slipped away by Riley Argetsinger. Argetsinger trying to work through a check, but picking it up is Dean Bernew for Farmington. They'll try to leave it down in the corner. Farmington having some trouble here getting anything going on the power plays. It's down to 53 seconds. Spun around in the corner. Tigers having some trouble getting outside their own zone. And, good at the line. That one looked like it was offsides to me. The play continues. Close call at the line. Here's Jake Jensen over to the point. Now they dish it down to the circle. Shot right on. DeRocher makes the save. Now the Tigers will play it back up to the point. Cycle it to Bernu. His slap shot blocked. In the far side corner, Rail will try to swat it outside the zone. Tigers maintain possession for a moment. Backhanded off the half wall, but not out. Eden Prairie about to go full strength in 10 seconds. Bernu fires another shot through some traffic. That slapper was tipped up into the air and went over the net. And Eden Prairie is now full strength. Farmington still putting on the pressure, though. As it's tied up along the far side boards. Louis Rail over to Andy Aguilar. Here comes the senior captain, Aguilar. Great outlet pass to Graham on a breakaway. Here's Graham trying to go 5-hole for a moment. Overby didn't know where it was. Graham looked like he had a second opportunity there on the rebound, but it's denied. He got enough of that, and now Overby will cover it up on a much simpler save. So right out of the box, Michael Graham with a breakaway. Couldn't bury it. See if we can get a look at that replay for you. You see Graham there with that opportunity on the breakaway, but a good job by Overby to cover up enough of that 5-hole. 13:50 left, first period. That shot blocked by Overby. Still scoreless here from Schmitz-Mackey Arena in Farmington, down here in the South Metro area. Graham able to spin around. He'll walk it up to the dot now, leave it for Middlestad. Middlestad will pick it up on his backhand, get it up to the point to Wesley Young. Young will go across. Now they'll send that back down low towards Alex Pizon. Farmington will gain possession as here they come in transition. Good at the line, able to avoid a check. They try to center it in front, but nobody home. Now it's Graham and the Eagles going the other way. The rest of Graham's teammates going off on a change, at least defensively. Farmington will overshoot a long crossing pass, and it will be icing with 13 minutes left here in period number 1, still scoreless. There's some good back and forth action so far. Face-off will be to the left of Gage Overby. On the season, let's give you some numbers. He's 2-1 with an .857 save percentage, and also a 3.31 goals against average. We'd like to see that save percentage go up a little bit, perhaps to the 900 mark, and so far off to a good start with a couple of saves here against this high-powered Eden Prairie squad. Which on the season has scored 15 goals in 5 games. Here's Farmington trying to break out of their own zone along the near side boards. They'll swat it down deep into the zone where it's picked up by Lieberman. Lieberman plays it over to a teammate in the corner, deflected off his stick. And now Hunter Johannes able to get it outside the zone. Hausworth will chase it down for the Tigers, but Boldenau beats him to the puck. Loose puck trickles away to Johannes. Spencer Steen tried to thread a needle and get it to his teammate Hastings, but Farmington will take over and dump it in. As both teams off on a change. Here's Boldenau over to the left side. They'll bank it off the wall and get it outside the zone, and icing waved off. As they'll gain possession in the corner. Trying to get it in front through a lot of traffic, but Farmington there to break up the pass. Down towards the end wall. Louis Rail tries to dig it out with a couple of Farmington players pressuring him. Now Aguilar will help out in support. Still tied up in that near side corner. Eden Prairie able to get that up ahead to number 12, Nolan Sullivan. Sullivan will watch it slide towards the end wall. Eden Prairie still with possession. They'll cycle it up to Rail. A snapshot that gets blocked. Farmington didn't know where it was for a moment. A rebound opportunity. That one also blocked by Overby. And now DeRocher will play it. I think the bench said that was going to be icing. There's a long slapper from the blue line fired by Nolan Sullivan. Takes a weird bounce on the rebound, but Argesinger can't gain possession. Here comes Farmington baked into the Eden Prairie bench, and we'll get a whistle with 10:57 left. Period number 1. This game still scoreless from Schmidt-Mackey Arena. Tonight's game brought to you by the Sun Current. Here in the Southwest Metro area, your community news source for over 50 years. Whether it's school board, local government, community events, or high school sports, the Sun Current is your news source. They're online at current.mnsun.com. Boldenau will backhand that up ahead to Michael Graham. Graham in a foot race with Dave Bernew. Boldenau there also to help out. Boldenau will skate with it towards the top of the circle. Now pass it over to Lieberman. Lieberman's long shot was blocked. Eden Prairie keeps possession. Here's Boldenau from the far side. He'll cycle it to the corner to Middlestad. Middlestad gets tied up. There's Tyler Safgren trying to help out. They'll go up to the point to Lieberman. Lieberman's wrist shot was way wide of the net. But again, that first line keeping the pressure on here for Eden Prairie. And a real tone setter here through the first 3+ games for Eden Prairie, and they've put on some good pressure here on this shift. Here's Nick Lieberman. Lieberman weaves his way into the zone, then gets stood up by the Farmington defense. Up to the point to Aguilar. Aguilar tries to feed Middlestad in the corner. Middlestad spun around and lost possession. Now Farmington will pass it up to the left side. This is Chris Johnson. Johnson will dump it in as the Tigers are off on a change. Aguilar behind the net will ring it around the end wall. It's Hunter Johannes. Sophomore tries to thread a pass to Alex Pizon, but couldn't receive it cleanly. Pizon scored his first ever varsity goal in that victory against Eastview on Thursday night. He scored on the backhand, or the back end, I should say, of back-to-back shorthanded goals for Eden Prairie. Now loose in front, and covering it up is Sean DeRocher. With 9:16 left in the first period, we're still scoreless. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter. We're at PSBMN. More than happy to read your tweets on air. Again, at PSBMN. Also try to get out some tweets between periods as well. Off the face-off, the puck trickles through the crease. Here's Eden Prairie with it, as they'll get it outside the zone. Nolan Sullivan, Riley Yargetsinger up on that line for the Eagles. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan, they'll leave it for number 28, Corey Shue. Seeing his first varsity action this season. It's up to Wesley Young. Long shot blocked by the Farmington defense. Good recovery, though, by Young, as Farmington was looking to go 2-on-1 in transition. Yargetsinger will put on pressure in the corner. Still trying to dig it out from somebody's skates. Sullivan there in support. Now it's Farmington's Benton Olsen. Trying to get it out. Olsen will backhand it over to the far side corner. He'll pick it up himself. Now the Tigers try a one-touch pass ahead, but it gets picked off by Casey Middlestad. Here comes the dangerous Golden Gopher recruit. Now on his backhand, centers it in front. Still loose. Doesn't go in. Now at the point, it'll be cycled down by Noah Deraney. Still tied up in the corner. Here comes Casey Middlestad, a wrist shot and a blocker save made by Overby. One of the last guys in the world you want to let walk it towards the slot area, but Overby stood tall and made that save. As you see on the replay, a nice save made by Gage Overby. Again, with decent numbers heading into this game. That .857 save percentage. Not as high as he would probably like it, but is 2-1 with a decent 3.31 goals against average. First period more than halfway over here from Schmitz-Mackey Arena. And now Farmington 2-on-1 if they hurry. And Lieberman doing a nice job defensively, cutting off the pass and forcing an odd angle shot from John Senabler. And the save was made by DeRocher. Face-off will be to the right of DeRocher. He played in the victories over Maple Grove and Prior Lake. And got the night off on Thursday night as Weinchick made the start against the Eastview Lightning. And we'll get a whistle here on the ice. View kind of obstructed from the fans. Not sure if we're getting a penalty here. Looks like it'll just be a face-off outside the zone. And off the draw, Middlestad will have the puck. One of the big storylines Kevin Hagstrom and I talked about in the Eden Prairie Eastview game was how good that first line of Middlestad, Graham, and Safgren was in the face-off circle. They had a couple of clean wins that created some good scoring chances. And, I was about to say, that's offsides to me. And the referee with a delayed whistle has called that offside. So it'll be a face-off outside the Farmington zone. Pretty good turnout here on this Saturday afternoon in Farmington. Stands are relatively full, but there's also a decent-sized crowd watching the game up above the Farmington net, as you might see on your screen there. First time these two teams have met in, I believe, over 15 years. Of course, we're never in the same conference. At least going back to my numbers, they hadn't met since at least 05 and 06, back to when the stats at Minnesota Scores Online go on, and I'm guessing they probably didn't meet too much in the 90s, if at all. Back when Farmington was in the Mazota Conference and Eden Prairie was in the old incarnation of the Lake Conference. Steen trying to get that up ahead to Alex Pizon. Try to duel out of the corner. Here's Steen trying to throw a little backhanded pass to Hunter Johannes. Now dumped into the zone by Jake Triple. 1 goal and 1 assist on the season for Triple. He's a senior forward for this Tiger squad. Not a whole lot of seniors on this Farmington team. Just doing a rough count from the roster. Looks like they only have 6 seniors on this team's squad, so a bright future here for this Farmington team as they've made the move to the very tough South Suburban Conference. Here's Farmington from the left wing wall. He'll skate it into the zone. He picked up by John Subnaler. Trying to dig it out. Farmington can't get it up to the point. Eagles still can't clear it. Steen will get it tied up in his skates. Now Boldenau throwing his weight around. Farmington gains possession. They center it. Great pass through some traffic. And a shot from Devin Bernu goes just wide. Looking to go high glove side on Eden Prairie's junior goaltender, DeRocher. There's another pass thrown in front and a shot that goes just wide of the net. Tigers with a few good opportunities, but can't quite get it on net, on target. And it will be icing against Eden Prairie as they'll go off on a change. Of course, one of the differences between high school and college and the pro game is that you can still switch your players when you ice the puck. So that's certainly more of a strategy than you see in the NHL and college, where you, of course, can't make that change. I do apologize for a little bit for the vantage point when it goes into that corner on the right side of your screen. Did our best here with the setup at Schmitz Mackey Arena. It's a good facility, but doesn't quite have the best camera angles, but we'll make do. Get that up ahead to Nolan Sullivan, who will backhand that into the zone. It'll be chased down by Jake Jensen. Here's Jensen backhanding to a teammate behind the net, trying to dig it out. Farmington from the corner. Pass intercepted by Nolan Sullivan. Sullivan up the point to Lieberman. Lieberman goes across to Boldenau, but it deflected off his stick. Tigers momentarily will gain possession and ring it around the end wall, and they are able to clear it outside. Lieberman to pick it up at his own blue line. Lieberman with both goals against Prior Lake. Weaves his way around a couple of players, takes a long wrist shot that goes way wide of the net. Now Argetsinger had some trouble receiving that pass. No look centering attempt, nobody there. Tigers have the puck. Here's Subnaler. Getting met by a couple of defenders along the near side wall. Pass intercepted. Farmington with possession. There's a low shot blocked by the Eden Prairie defense. First line on the ice for the Eagles as Graham tried to cross it over to Tyler Safgren. They're offsides as they'll have to touch up at the blue line. Now they're clear. Middlestad will try to chase it down. Farmington gets there first. One touch pass goes off the stick that will allow Andy Aguilar to gain possession. And Safran can't chase it. Farmington's Devin Byrne, who called his game a lot so far. He's had a decent game so far for Farmington. They'll pass it over to Eric Holmstrom. Here's Holmstrom. Rest of his teammates off on a change. He'll wait. Trying to center it at the high slot to Jared Violette, but couldn't gain possession. Safran off the half wall, able to get it outside the zone. It's Cody Billings. He'll dump it into the zone. DeRocher will play it. Leave it for Andy Aguilar. Aguilar ahead to Safran. And now here's Aguilar, the defenseman leading the rush, able to avoid a check. Has a trailer, Michael Graham at center, but couldn't feed him the pass. Now near the penalty box, Eden Prairie gains possession, and they couldn't quite get a stick on it. It was Johannes and Steen unable to receive the pass. Play continues, though. No icing on the play. There's Farmington spinning around back in her own net. Hastings will play it to the corner. 2 minutes left in the first period, 0-0. Some good opportunities, though, for both squads. Best chance for the Eagles was that Michael Graham penalty a couple of seconds after he got out of the penalty box. Went back to that play again, tried to go 5-hole on Overby, but he was able to deny Graham, and so far that's been the best scoring chance for Eden Prairie. Here's Farmington, a shot in. Rocher shielding his mask. Shot went wide. And now the Tigers along the near side boards. Here's Argetsinger. Argetsinger up along the right side, trying to avoid a few checks, and able to avoid the checks, but forgot the puck. Now Farmington tries to dump it into Eden Prairie zone where the Eagles have possession. Aguilar trying to get that up ahead to Corey Shue. Dumped into the zone. Here's Aguilar from behind his net. Aguilar over to Corey Shue. As you might know the name Brady Shue, he's a defenseman for Eden Prairie, maybe their best returning defenseman this season, but he's been having some knee problems. Coach Lee Smith expects him back around Christmas time for Eden Prairie, possibly by the Dinah Holiday Classic, and of course they'd love to have him back, as Shue, very good junior season for the Eagles last year. Here's Tyler Safran. Trying to dig it out, Eden Prairie up to Aguilar. Aguilar, a shot went off the skate of a Farmington player. Tigers have it. Here they come from the left side. 10 seconds left in the period, able to avoid a check. Here comes the last second opportunity. They try, to go wrap around. Now they get it up to the point. Shot and a save, and now is it in? No, it is not. Farmington players thought it was in, and of course you could hear the train horn going as well, but the referee says it did not go in. See if we can grab it on replay. It looks like DeRocher was able to cover that up. I don't think he quite saw where the puck was. So it's no goal. And now we do have the final buzzer sound, so we'll head into the first intermission. Scoreless. In 0-0 as we head to the first intermission right here on PSB Media.
Woohoo! This is the best dig bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs! This compost is amazing! Come on in, give it a try!
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, you weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great!
The mulch store has come to your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the mulch store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles & Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa! Who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet! This is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
And welcome back to Farmington as we're in the first intermission between the Eagles and the Tigers right here on PSB. No score in this one, but there have not been a shortage of good chances from both squads. Let's go ahead and give you a recap here of period number 1. Again, no score, just one power play opportunity, as it was Farmington going on the power play just about a minute into the game. They failed to score, however. And then in shots on goal, we are knotted up in 10 in that department. So again, not a whole lot of numbers to pass along to you. Farmington power play 0 for 1. Eden Prairie power play has not had an opportunity yet. Shots on goal are 10 to 10. Again, some good opportunities from both squads, including that Michael Graham breakaway as soon as he came out of the penalty box, but it was the goaltender Gage Overby making a nice save. And Farmington had a close call at the end of the first period. I think Brian Miller pointed out that the puck may have actually gone in the back of the net in those final few seconds, but it looked like the goal cage which was actually off, so that's why it was waved off, and it looked like a good call as there wasn't a whole lot of protest from the Farmington bench at all. So 0-0 here after the first period. Don't forget, if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at PSBMN, And if you also want to contact us during the broadcast, we're at psbchannel2 at gmail.com. psbchannel2 at gmail.com is where you can contact us. You can also find that link just below your game tracker screen. We will take a timeout and have the second period coming up in just a second right here at PSB. Oh, I'm free now. Yeah, what's going on?
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa! Who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet! This is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
And welcome back to Schmitz-Mackey Arena in Farmington as we're getting set for period number 2 right here on PSB Media. Scoreless so far and a good matchup between these two very talented teams. Don't forget, if you want to email us in the broadcast booth, psbchannel2 at gmail.com, psbchannel2 at gmail.com. More than happy to read your shout-outs or any commentary on the game. Again, psbchannel2, gmail.com. Also click that link below your game tracker screen. This might be easier for you. Either one will work, though. As we're about ready to go here in the second period. Shots on goal so far, and even 10-10. Although territorially, Eden Prairie's probably had the advantage in that department. As the puck is dropped here in the second period. As Farmington, a shot that gets deflected and saved as we'll get a whistle. As we're just underway here in period number 2. And off the face-off, Farmington's shot goes wide. And here comes Eden Prairie in transition, flipping it up ahead, but getting there first will be Farmington's Eric Holstrom. Holstrom to clear it out. There's Louis Rail for Eden Prairie. Tipped in. Oh, that was close to going up where we were. Thank you for the glass. Into the corner it goes. And now played up out to neutral. Here is Riley Argetsinger. Dugout. Here's Boldenau at the point. Shot deflected in front. Still loose. And Farmington able to clear it away towards safety. Eagles will have to touch up at the line. It's Farmington skating it out across center ice. Leading the rush is Bretton Olson, and they'll be whistled for offsides. Noodles and Company now offers catering at their locations, so if you're worrying about those holiday parties, let Noodles and Company handle all your needs. Delicious foods, desserts, different drink options. Noodles and Company. You can find the link to their catering page just above your game tracker screen. That is Noodles and Company. Over to Middlestad. Not able to clear it, held in by fellow number 11, Jake Violette. And his shot was blocked. Farmington putting on a nice forecheck here in the opening minutes of the second period. And now it'll be Eden Prairie. A 2-on-2 opportunity. Here's Graham, works his way to the slot, hits the goal post. Michael Graham gets it back on the right wing, takes another shot right into the chest of the goaltender Gage Overby, who makes a nice save. between periods. Actually had a chance to chat with the grandmother of Gage Overby. She said even though the shots are 10-10, she feels like Gage has made about 55 saves in the game. But made a nice one there on Graham, denying him twice so far in the game on a couple of good opportunities. .14.5 to go, second period, as it goes down into the corner. There's Farmington with it. Farmington will just dump it into the zone. Tigers from behind the net. Will play it up to the point to number 8, Billings. Billings across to Bernew. And now into the corner, Eden Prairie able to clear it, and this one will be icing with 14:18 left here in the second period. Coming up next week for Eden Prairie, they will be on the road at Cretin-Durham Hall on Tuesday. We'll actually be teaming up with the guys over at Cretin-Durham Hall that do their broadcasts, as we'll have that link provided on our website to the Cretin-Durham Hall broadcast. That's the Tuesday game. And Friday, it's a big Section 6 matchup for the Eagles as they'll be hosting Benilde St. Margaret's. Those two teams had 2 overtime games last season, very thrilling games, of course, including the Section 6 AA championship last year, which was won by Eden Prairie. And now we'll get a whistle. With just over 14 minutes left here in the period, and not for a moment, the referee was signaling for a penalty, none called, so it'll just be a face-off to the right of Overby. Off the face-off, it gets pushed into the corner. This is Grady Hausworth. Hausworth to push it into the zone, Boldenau to pick it up. Intercepted by Corey Shue, passed over to Riley Argetsinger, who will dump it into the zone. Shue to chase it, lost his balance and crashed hard into the wall. Now Nolan Sullivan to try to dig it out. Shot wide, Farmington from the corner. Still held in by Eden Prairie, but that crossing pass was picked off. And now it looks like it will be icing against the Tigers, and indeed it is. Still scoreless in this hockey game. Getting some good opportunities, but nobody on the scoreboard quite yet. And a good turnout here at Schmitz Mackey Arena. A lot of fans watching up above now the Eden Prairie goal and by Eden Prairie, but that crossing pass was picked off. And now tied up along the near side boards. There's a wrist shot, and DeRocher sprawls and is able to make the save. Middlestad will take the face-off for Eden Prairie. Graham had taken the majority from the last game against Eastview. It's up to the point to Rail. Through some traffic, loose in front, still loose. And Farmington's able to get it away from danger. There's Louis Rail over across to Aguilar. Now Rail across the blue line. His shot goes off the stick of a Farmington player. Middlestad lost his balance. Still able to get it up to the point. Long ground shot turned away. Or actually goes wide, I should say. And now slow to get up is Michael Graham, as it's going to be a delayed penalty against Farmington. Fortunately, Graham up and still skating. Looks like he's all right after taking that hit. But we will get our first power play of the game for Eden Prairie here in the second period. It'll come at the 12:15 mark. We'll see if the Eagles can cash in here on this opportunity. So picking up the penalty was number 24, Austin Martinson. Here's Rail at the point. Rail over to Argetsinger. Now they go back to Rail at the point as he plays catch with Nolan Sullivan. Sullivan to Rail, top of the circle. Will pass it over to the corner. Now they'll feed Shue at the point. Fanned on a slap shot. Inadvertent pass turned into a good one to Argetsinger. Now they go back across to Rail. Another shot from the top of the circle, but it gets deflected out of play by Grady Hausworth. So under a minute 30 remaining on the Farmington penalty. Eagles power play very good. Against Maple Grove going 3 for 3. Also had one against Eastview. Or excuse me, against Prior Lake. Against Eastview, I should say, though. They only had one power play opportunity and failed to score. So they're 4 for 10 on the year. Trying to get the tip in front. Went wide. As they'll go across. And they tried to get the back door to Tyler Safgren. Came up empty. Couldn't get a stick on it. Falling to the ice, they'll pass it over to Lieberman. Now Boldenau, shot gets blocked, and it's Farmington 2-on-1. But losing his stick handle is Grady Hausworth. Now it's Eden Prairie the other way. Here's Middlestad. Middlestad fakes a shot, but then had his pocket picked. Still in the corner, and they'll get it over to the point to Lieberman. Lieberman through some traffic, got deflected on the way, but it was Overby still making the save. Now back to Lieberman at the point. Fake the slap shot. Passes over left side to Graham. Graham will spin. Back to Lieberman near the blue line. Now they'll pass it into the corner. Safgren. Here's Middlestad, stick handling. Still gains possession. 16 seconds. Boldenau, top of the circle. Lieberman at the point. Tries to go backdoor to Middlestad. Stick handles in front. Then they try to go back across to Safgren. Now Lieberman. Long shot turned away by the goaltender Overby. They get it back again, and Farmington is full strength. And now here comes an opportunity for the Tigers, and DeRocher able to make a nice save. On that opportunity immediately following the penalty. Give you another look at that one. Good back check there by Eden Prairie to cut off the angle and not give the Farmington player, Austin Martinson, much to look at on that shot. We're still scoreless with 10:06 left here in the second period. And it's Eden Prairie passing it over to the left side. Couldn't receive it clearly. Farmington will just flip it into the zone. Or Rail will pick it up. Rail to the left side to Argetsinger. Pizon trying to get that ahead to Johannes. Now Speed trying to swat it out of the air. Here's Johannes on his backhand. Johannes will spin, get tied up in the corner. And it is cleared out to neutral. Up into the zone where it'll be chased down by Andy Aguilar. Here's Aguilar, able to avoid a couple of Farmington defenders. Into the zone he comes, shot from the slot, gets deflected and goes up into the ceiling with 9:08 left in the second period. Nifty stick handling there from one of the senior captain defensemen here on this Eden Prairie squad. Aguilar, one of the senior captain defensemen. Brady Shue, the other. Again, he's out with a knee injury. They expect him back hopefully before the end of the 2014 year. Maybe get him by Christmas or into January. Farmington, nice move across the blue line. They still have possession. DeRocher sprawls and makes a great save against Martinson. Just sticking his leg out and is able to get his pad on that. Good opportunity. Now it's Argetsinger across to Shue. Shue tried to feed it back to Argetsinger, but the pass was broken up. There's a dangerous Martinson again on the season with 9 points on 5 goals and 4 assists. Tied for being Farmington's second leading scorer. Here's Lieberman, able to force it outside. Now Nolan Sullivan has Argetsinger on the weak side, but couldn't get the pass to connect. Here's Delaney dumping it in. Safran will play that to the corner. Sullivan lost his stick handle. Now it'll be a foot race between Delaney and Chase Johnson. Farmington player goes tumbling. They want a penalty, and then won't get one here from some fans on the side. Now Eden Prairie over to Middlestad in the slot. And no goal. Close to going in. And we remain scoreless. Boy, some good opportunities in this game, even though it's 0-0. Both the Tigers and the Eagles with some good chances. Delaney being pestered by a Farmington player. They'll pass it over to Safran. A long shot sprawling to try to cover it up. Didn't get his glove on it initially, but now he is able to cover it up as Overby is able to get the face-off with 7:18 left here in the second period. A lot of high school hockey games taking place this afternoon and this evening. And of course also a big college football day with all the conference championships taking place. I'm personally at least happy to have this as an afternoon game, so get a chance to watch the SEC, Big Ten, and ACC championships tonight in college football, so you can make that playoff. Back to hockey though, Farmington will have it near their own blue line and send that up ahead to Matt Olin. Here's a hit there along that near side, tied up in the corner. And they still trying to dig it out. Eden Prairie will get it. They'll play it over the left side to Hastings. They'll cross but misfire. As it's one touch by Benton. Olsen lost it though, and now it's tied up in that corner. Again, don't have a good vantage point when it goes into that near side corner on the right side. And the view obstructed by some standing room only fans. Here's Farmington. Here's Martinson. Martinson with a couple of breakaways so far in this second period. Will pass it up to the point to Bernu. Spinning. Now playing it to the end wall. Good give and go. There's a shot trying to go high blocker side, but it didn't get through. Now up to the point, it's Holstrom. Holstrom to Bernu. Back to the circle, but broken up by Eden Prairie. Now the Eagles are 3-on-2 if they hurry. It's Nolan Sullivan. Sullivan to the top of the circle. Leaves it for Shu. Shu on his backhand goes into the corner. Now into the slot, still dancing with it. Throws it towards the net, but nobody home. Comes outside the zone. Bolden out trying to spear it back in, but Farmington able to dump it. Now from the near side, it's Riley Argetsinger. Argetsinger trying to avoid a Farmington check. Puck in the corner. And we get a whistle here before the Tigers can get anything going in transition with Grady Houseworth. Whistle blown with 5:09 left. In a scoreless game in period number 2. Mulch Store has the best compost in the Midwest, even though we're approaching the dead of winter. Not too early to start making those springtime plans, as the Mulch Store can make your neighbors green with envy, as they have the best compost you'll find in the entire Midwest. They have locations all over the metro area, and they also deliver as well. MulchStoreMN.com. That's MulchStoreMN.com. And also regarding the Mulch Store drop-off, your yard waste as well, coming up for next spring and also next fall. We have a Farmington penalty coming up against Grady Houseworth as he'll head to the box. And we'll get our second look here at the Eden Prairie power play unit with 5:02 left in the second period. Eagles had a power play earlier in the second but failed to score, but not for a lack of good opportunities.
The following penalty has been assessed on the Tigers number 3, Grady Houseworth. 2 minutes for...
Boldenau across to Lieberman. Goes back to Boldenau at the top of the circle. Try to go weak side, hits the outside of the goalpost. And Graham still maintains possession from the dot. Goes across to Middlestad and he scores. Graham and Middlestad hook up again, and the Eagles are out to a 1-0 lead. That, folks, is a play you'll probably see a lot this season, Graham and Middlestad. Either way, whether it's Graham passing to Middlestad or Middlestad to Graham, it's a great combination as Eden Prairie's up 1-0. So that goal comes at 4:43. Both Casey Middlestad and Michael Graham having good seasons, approaching the 10-point mark. And now the referee having a conversation with the Farmington coach, Greg May. Heard some fans on the Farmington side thinking there should have been an Eden Prairie penalty, but of course none called, so it'll be 1-0 Eagles. And now the referee ready to drop the puck. It gets played into the corner. Middlestad couldn't get the puck cleanly, and now it'll be his teammate Graham across the blue line. Has Safgren as a trailer. Graham to Lieberman. Lieberman, a wrist shot blocked by the Farmington defense. Still held in by the Eagles. It's Middlestad. And that one goes in the netting with 4:08 left. So count that as another power play goal for the Eagles. They're now 5 for 11 on the season. Very strong power play unit. Actually make it 5 for 12 since we have to, of course, count that one where they failed to score earlier in the second. And it will be icing against Farmington. So Tigers have to find a way to respond. They had a very good start to the second period, putting on a decent amount of pressure. But now Eden Prairie has them a little bottled up in their own zone. Off the face-off, it gets pushed into the corner. There's Farmington playing it over to the right side. It'll be Dave Bernew. And, oh, just offsides. And that one might be worth an Academy Award there, a little acting job. Can't go wrong with that, though. Both teams, or just about every team, I should say, in Minnesota will sometimes do that. I think Brian chuckling here. LeBron James might have been proud of that flop.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't forget anybody who plays for Barcelona.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know you're a big European soccer fan. Of course, that's always big there. You think Barcelona's a team that does a lot of flopping?
Absolutely. Everybody thinks they have acting academy going over there.
Here's a long shot. DeRocher gave up a rebound, but was able to at least push it into the corner. Gotta ask you, who's your team again? Are you an Arsenal fan?
Yes.
That's what I thought. And loose in front after the goaltender. Overby had a little trouble corralling that puck. That'll be a face-off to the left of Gage Overby. And no whistle blows after the puck was dropped. Looks like we'll do it again. And Nolan Sullivan's shot gets steered away by Overby. Here's Billings. Billings from the end line. We'll pass it over to Benton Olsen. Tied up in the near side corner. Now Eden Prairie will have it. They'll go across on the right. They overshoot their man, though, as it'll be Olsen. Actually, the goaltender Overby slowing it down. And they'll tip it into the zone. Icing waved off. Rail from the end line. Rail gets hit hard into the corner. There's Safgren. To Aguilar, top of the circle. Takes a shot, deflected, and it will bounce just in front of the end wall. Tigers gain possession. Here comes Austin Martinson. Man, has he been dangerous in this game for the Tigers, but I'll get a whistle down with 2:04 left here in the second. Try to get you some out-of-town scores coming up in the second intermission. Slate of games not quite as strong as it was on Thursday when we had, a White Bear Lake Jefferson rematch of the AA championship with Lakeville North playing Edina. A lot of good games took place on Thursday, but still some decent ones also taking place here on this Saturday afternoon and evening. Try to pass along to you some of those scores coming up in the intermission. Tigers trying to get something going here on the forecheck in the closing minutes. They'll lose the puck, and now it's Middlestad. Graham on the right. Graham can't dangle around the Farmington defenseman. Great job there by Tyler Jett. Here's Jett, open in the slot, takes a shot and gloved out of the air by DeRocher. A little misplay there by the Eden Prairie defense. Opened us to a nice little gap there for Jett to fire a shot, but DeRocher there to make the save. Snaring it out of the air with his glove.
A lot of great defense so far in this game.
Yeah.
It seems like every time, either the team goes on a breakaway, it's like the defense comes back and...
Yeah, that last play was really about the only big defensive miscue we've seen. Other than that, I absolutely agree with you. Been some good back checking by both teams. Here's Graham circling near the high slot. His shot gets blocked. Long shot right into the belly of DeRocher to make the save with 1:13 left here in the second period. See what both coaches decide to do here in the last minute if they try to go with their big first lines. Both have been very effective. A line that features Martinson's had some good opportunities. Then for Eden Prairie, the Graham Middlestad line has accounted for the Eagles' goal. Farmington will win the faceoff, play it up to the point. They'll go across to Devin Bernew. Trying to work his way around. Now Farmington from the near side. Come up empty on the pass. Shue will bank it off the half wall. Good job to hold it in there by Cody Billings. Now to 48 seconds. And Eden Prairie's able to clear it. Icing waved off. As Billings will play that up along the left wing wall. Here's Bernew. His pass picked off. And Shue will dump it into the zone. Bernew from the corner. And it's still tied up down there. Can't quite see where it is. Again, my view kind of obstructed when it goes into the near side corner. And forcing his way towards the net is Nolan Sullivan, and he scores. That is the definition of just willing your way to the net. Not the prettiest play you'll ever see, but he just forced his way right on the doorstep and scores, and it's 2-0 Eden Prairie. Yeah, look at that there on replay. Nolan Sullivan picking up his first varsity goal. Standout sophomore for the Eagles, and it's 2-0. That's a big goal to change momentum, as Farmington would have been happy just to be down by 1 goal heading into the intermission, but now they got to dig out of a 2-goal deficit as we head to the third. The horn is blown as after 2 periods, it's Eden Prairie out in front 2-0 here over the Farmington Tigers. We'll take a timeout to have more on the way next right here on PSB Media.
Woohoo! This is the best dead bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that jacket.
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. You weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles & Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa! Who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet! This is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com. I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa! Who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch store genies live. Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet! This is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the mulch store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, you weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles & Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
And welcome back to Schmitz Mackey Arena here in Farmington as we're getting set for the start of the third period. Eden Prairie's jumped out to a 2-0 lead over the Tigers. Thanks to goals by a couple of standout sophomores, Michael Graham and also, Casey Middlestad had the first goal. He was assisted by Michael Graham. And the second goal with just 12 seconds left was scored by Nolan Sullivan. You can follow us on Twitter. We're at PSBMN. Be tweeting about Eden Prairie, Jefferson, and Kennedy athletics throughout the season, as well as Metro hockey and basketball and other sports throughout the year as well. Make sure you follow us at PSBMN. You can also tweet at us if you have any messages you'd like to send us, and we'll be more than happy to read your messages on air right here on PSB Media. I'd also like to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Tavern on 4 and 5, as they'll be showing broadcasts of Eden Prairie hockey all season long at the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. Located just blocks from the high school. They have delicious breakfast served 7 days a week and also some great dinner and lunch options. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5. Try to thread it up ahead to Middlestad, but they'll be whistled offsides. With 16 seconds into the third period. See what Farmington can do if they can get some pressure going. A very strong beginning of the second period, but they're not able to get on the score sheet. Referee having a few words there with Middlestad and also Matt Stansbury of Farmington. Here's Middlestad from the dot. Can't pull the trigger. He still retains possession. He was looking for Aguilar on the pass, but it was blocked. Middlestad gets it back up to the point to Louis Rail. Cycles through to Graham. Now they go up top to Aguilar. From outside the zone, it's Aguilar having some trouble with it. Now Middlestad can't get it. Farmington will play it up towards center ice. And the Tigers, new members of the South Suburban Conference. Last year and for many years they played in the old Minnesota Conference, which dissolved after last season after a number of members decided to go towards other leagues. So Farmington joined the South Suburban Conference. Travel-wise, it's a much better option for them as they'll be playing schools like Lakeville, Apple Valley, Eastview, Burnsville, but in terms of competitiveness, it will be a challenge as a lot of strong powerhouses in the South Suburban Conference like Burnsville, Egan, Eastview, among others. Here's the Eagles across the blue line. Farmington will skate with it out to neutral. Trying to avoid the check of Sullivan, who has a Farmington player tied up. Played back towards the blue line. Dumped into the zone by Chase Johnson. Tigers are going off on a change. Eden Prairie with possession. A one-touch it out of the zone, but the Tigers gain it right back and throw it back in. Along the end wall, Boldenau gets tied up. It's Argetsinger. In the near side corner, spinning is Dave Grengs. Bounces in front, nobody home for the Tigers though. Here's Argetsinger. Argetsinger will work with it up along the left wing side. And he'll dump it into the zone. Eden Prairie now off on a change. "14 minutes left, third period. It's Eden Prairie in front, 2-0. Tried to center it in front. They had an open Hunter Johannes. But that pass deflected off the side of the net. Now out of play. Well, the face-off, it looks like deep in Farmington territory. Some out-of-town scores for you that we have reported from this afternoon, courtesy of Follow the Puck. Crookston leads Tartan 4-1. It's Duluth-Denfeld on top of Egan 3-1. That one looks to be a bit of an upset. Northfield beat Rochester Century in overtime 4-3. Oh, good matchup in northern Minnesota. Roseau leading Hibbing 2-1. Whoever the road team is on that game is going to have a long bus ride home. That's from the northeast corner of the state to the northwest corner of the state. Tied up along the far side. Eden Prairie player gets tripped. Now a loose puck comes away to Graham, and it hits the inside of the goalpost. No goal. That was close. So it remains 2-0. Here's Aguilar walking with it along the blue line. Passes it to Rail. To the weak side to Graham. Tried to go high, but it was saved by the goaltender Overby. Now down momentarily in the Farmington zone. Here's Middlestad in transition, and a good check delivered by the Farmington defense. Middlestad gets it back in the high slot. Now spinning. Passing near the blue line. Will pass it down low to Spencer Steen. Here's Graham. Backdoor pass through the crease. Nobody home. Steen passes it over to no man's land. His teammate was off on a change. Here's Johannes on his backhand from the far side. Ran into his own teammate, Steen. That will allow Farmington to momentarily get possession. Now a couple of bodies go tumbling into the corner. Here's Johannes. Good forecheck put on by this Eden Prairie unit. Tigers having some trouble clearing it. Johannes through a number of bodies, can't stick handle his way to the slot. Farmington gets it. Denied out at center ice. Johannes able to avoid a sandwich check. And it gets dumped right back in where Benton Olsen will pick it up. Tigers get a much-needed line change, as well as throw it out to neutral. Dumped right back in by Corey Shue. Here's Sullivan, weak backhander. Overby didn't see it, but still able to make the save. Now Boldenau fires a shot back, it's blocked. A little backhander there from Sullivan, I think caught Overby by surprise. Here's Corey Shue. Shue across the blue line, able to avoid a check. Notice a lot of these Eden Prairie skaters have very good speed. They've done a lot this season of avoiding checks, and well, that's due to their good speed that they have. Argetsinger fanned on that shot, and the puck did just go outside the blue line. Good call by the official as Eden Prairie is offsides, as Argetsinger couldn't quite dance with it along that blue line. Sullivan draws it back to Boldenau, who will shoot it into the Farmington zone. Tigers from behind their own net will send it to the corner, overshot a teammate. As now it will be Lieberman. Lieberman slaps it back into the zone. Territory battle being won by the Eagles, but now here comes Farmington in transition. Tiger player goes tumbling as Boldenau will play that over to the near side. Corey Shue across the blue line, threads it over to Sullivan, but the shot doesn't go on net. And that one clearly did come outside the blue line. Another close play, but a good call there by the official as Eden Prairie is offsides. So 10:36 remaining here in the first period on PSP Media. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's game. Coverage of just about every Eden Prairie boys hockey game this year. And here comes Farmington. carrying it into the EP zone. They'll lose it in the corner. Oh, a good save by DeRocher not to give up that rebound, as there were a couple of Farmington players ready to pounce had DeRocher not saved it cleanly. Now with 10-20, face-off will be in Eagle territory. Comes Farmington. And off the draw, it's won by the Tigers. Long shot from the point, steered away by DeRocher. Banked off the half wall. Middlestad will try to chase it down, overskated it. Now it's Farmington going in transition. Here's Farmington. Rail delivers a nice check to get the Tiger player off the puck. Aguilar spins behind his own net. Outlet pass to Graham. Graham with Safran on the weak side. Graham works his way to the slot, leaves it for Middlestad, but the pass just a little in front of him. Now from the corner, it's Tyler Safran. Will force it way to the point, up to Boldenau. Now top of the circle, Middlestad to Lieberman. Lieberman from an odd angle throws it towards the net. Farmington with possession, and they're able to get it outside the zone as they're going to try to go off on a quick change. Eden Prairie going to try to catch him. Here's Lieberman across the blue line. Lieberman to Middlestad, top of the circle, trying to go high glove side, but it went just wide. Boldenau can't clear it cleanly. Here's an opportunity for the Tigers. Now go over to the corner. Farmington still with possession. Player falls to the ice. Tigers trying to get a forecheck established, trailing by 2 goals with 8:50 left. Thrown out towards the front, but it hit the side of the net, and now it's covered up for a whistle. Tonight's game also brought to you by Athlete PT. They do performance training, whether it's recovering from injuries or just improving your performance on the field. They have a state-of-the-art facility located in the Golden Triangle of Eden Prairie. As Dr. Grant and Dr. Renee Norland do a great job working with athletes as they can take your game to the next level as championships begin with your training for the season before all the fans show up. That's Athlete PT, athleteptonline.com. As that shot gets deflected up into the netting. So the third period about halfway over. Time starting to become a little bit of an issue here for the Farmington Tigers. They can get a goal maybe before the 5-minute mark. Make things interesting. First things first, they got to try to get that forecheck established as Eden Prairie's won the territory battle so far in the third period, but now Farmington trying to put on a little pressure as it's in the near side corner of the EP zone. Sent over to the near side. Here's Martinson, a shot through traffic, hit an Eden Prairie body in front. And now off the half wall, it goes outside the zone. Under 8 minutes left, third period. Here comes Eden Prairie, losing his balance though as Riley Argetsinger. Louis Rail. Corey Shue. Now a stick goes flying. Give a chance here to Farmington, 2-on-2. Oh, Nolan Sullivan gets on the back check to make it 3-on-2. Gets thrown towards the net, but DeRocher with another nice save.
Seems like Farmington is starting to really get it into the offensive side of the ice, but somehow they need to get around the defense of Eden Prairie and hopefully.
Yeah, I agree. Martinson's had a couple of breakaways in the second period, but here in the third, even though Farmington's established some pressure over the past couple of minutes, yeah, you said it, Brian, not a lot of real grade A chances. And off the face-off, it's tied up in the dock, goes to the point. Still loose, and now it will get pushed outside the zone. And it'll say it was pushed by an Eden Prairie player, so it will be icing. But right on cue, as we were talking about how the Tigers needed to get a forecheck going, looks like they got one established. And it's Eden Prairie a little bit bottled up in their own territory. Tigers, of course, the home team, so they get the last change as they'll bring a couple of new players out on the ice. It's Leslie Young, lost it. Now Martinson, very dangerous first line on the ice for the Tigers. Also trying to dig it out there is number 25, Darby Grangs. Here's Middlestad, Eden Prairie 3-on-2. And they couldn't get that pass across to Safgren. Actually, they did get possession and fluttered a shot on goal, but an easy save made by Gage Overby. And we're on Twitter at PSBNN. Feel free to send us your tweets or follow us on Twitter for the latest on high school athletes in the Southwest Metro and over the state overall. Our main focus is in that Southwest Metro area, but also keep an eye on what's also happening with high school sports around the state. Here's Farmington carrying it out towards center ice. And gets denied by Eden Prairie before they can enter the zone. And now they're able to dump it. Lieberman looking for Johannes. Johannes gains possession across the blue line on his backhand. And it gets tied up along the end wall. Player falls to the ice. Goes over to number 27, Jake Triple. Triple able to force it outside the zone. Another new player on the ice for Eden Prairie on the varsity squad. That was, actually it's a goal scored. Didn't quite see how that went in, but it goes, and it's 3-0 Eden Prairie. My view was a little obstructed. See if I can catch it here on the replay, the goal scorer. Not sure if you caught that one, Brian. Yeah, it was just a shot there, it looks like, from the top of the circle.
Yeah, I missed the shot as well.
Yeah. Again, yeah, we have kind of a tough vantage point here. But it is a goal for Eden Prairie, scored at 5:59. So Spencer Steen gets credit for the goal, and Hunter Johannes will get the assist, as well as Matt Hastings. And that one's going to put the Tigers in a heck of a hole now, trailing by 3 goals. Here comes Nolan Sullivan looking for more. That one steered away by Overby. And good defense played there, as not a lot of room was given by Deraney and Leslie Young. Aguilar across to Young. He picked up by the Tigers, David Bernew. And whistle dead by the official. And with just about 5 minutes left here in the third period, Eden Prairie on top of Farmington 3-0. Well, it's been the youngsters stepping up for Eden Prairie in this game. 2 sophomores and a junior scoring the goals. It's been Middlestad, Nolan Sullivan, and now Spencer Steen with the EP goals. Here's Middlestad getting it to Rail. Rail got stopped on that side wall. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar into the Farmington zone. Trying to dig it out. Trickles away to a Farmington player. There's Safgren at center ice. Safgren will dump it in as Eden Prairie's off on a change. Lieberman will dump it into Tiger territory. And that'll be carried out by Eric Holmstrom. Pizon, a nice job to hit that out of the air, but he was offsides. 2 more games for the Eagles before they, of course, get to that big Edina Holiday Classic tournament, which we'll have coverage on PSB of. Tournament taking place with Grand Rapids, Edina, Elk River, and Eden Prairie. We'll have all 6 games coming up the week before Christmas on PSB, but before the Eagles get to that tournament, they have 2 more games coming up this week. They have Cretin-Durham Hall on Tuesday, and then perhaps their toughest challenge of the season so far, Bedeld St. Margaret's on Friday night at the EP Community Center. Farmington will cycle it back into the Eden Prairie zone. And it'll be flipped out of the play by Nick Lieberman. Take a look at Farmington's upcoming schedule. They'll soon be getting into South Suburban Conference play. It'll be a big test for them. South Suburban Conference much tougher than the Minnesota Conference that the Tigers were a part of last season. And looking at the Tigers' schedule, their next game is on Thursday. They'll be on the road at Apple Valley in their first ever South Suburban game. Centered in front, nobody home, and we'll go into the corner. 3:20 left, third period. Eden Prairie in front, 3-0. Banked outside the zone. There's Matt Hastings trying to chase it. Pizon with a head of steam across the blue line. Leaves it in front to Hunter Johannes, and how did that not go in? A great pass from Pizon to Johannes, but it didn't go in the net. Dumped back in by Aguilar. Farmington plays it over to the right side. And some hard hitting along the near side boards. Here comes Nolan Sullivan trying to get a pass over to Riley Argetsinger. Farmington will play it into the Eden Prairie zone. Under 2.5 minutes left. Here's Andy Aguilar, cross center ice. They'll dump it into Farmington's territory. Now the Tigers will dump it in. Well, dump and chase hockey. Aguilar will go over and play it without a stick. Figures, hey, without a stick, might as well throw your weight around. Farmington, meanwhile, throws it in front to Rocher, just gets a piece of it for the save. Able to stick his pad out. Still, Aguilar going without his stick. See what kind of soccer skills he has, should he get the puck. And now it goes out, and it'll be the length of the ice for icing. As we approach the final minute 38 of this game. Coming up, we'll have the Sun Current post-game show. As soon as this one wraps up, give you a scoring recap of tonight's game and a look at the upcoming schedule. Coming up next weekend, the overall schedule for the Eagles gets considerably tougher. And they'll be facing a lot of top 10 and top 15 teams. Farmington's schedule also will get tough as they head into conference play. We have a timeout on the ice. Looks like the Farmington bench called a timeout, so we'll take a brief one as well. This is high school hockey right here on PSB Media.
Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, you weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Back to action now off the timeout. As off the face-off, it gets pushed into the corner. There's Eden Prairie throwing it in front and denied by Overby. Martinson trying to get it outside the zone. Here's Middlestad at the blue line. Middlestad, fancy little pass there to Safran, who gets walloped off the puck. He'll try to throw his weight around himself. Middlestad spins. Well, pushing and shoving there in front of both teams' benches as they try to dig it out of the skates. Still caught up, and now Farmington gets the puck. Here comes Tyler Jett. They'll cycle it over to Holmstrom. Holmstrom across to Knabler. That shot goes wide. Holmstrom will push it back into the corner. 30 seconds left in regulation with Eden Prairie on top 3-0. And now Graham will bank it off the half wall and is able to clear it outside the zone. And they overshoot their pass to Sibner, and it will be icing against Farmington with 17 seconds remaining. I'd like to again thank all of our sponsors of tonight's game, including Athlete PT, the Mulch Store, the Tavern on 4 and 5, Noodles and Company, the Sun Current, Minnesota Hockey Magazine, BEC TV, and the Pioneer Press. Couple of ticks left. We'll see if Farmington has time to get one more rush. Eden Prairie there to bottle them up along the near side boards. 2 seconds, 1 second. And this game goes final as it's Eden Prairie beating Farmington on this Saturday afternoon by a final score of 3-0. We'll take a timeout and have the Sun Current postgame show on the way next right here on PSB.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
And welcome back to Schmitz Mackey Arena here in Farmington as Eden Prairie has come away with a 3-0 victory over the Farmington Tigers. Let's give you a quick scoring recap here on the Sun Current postgame show. Sun Current, your community news source for over 50 years in the Southwest Metro. Find the latest on local government news, school boards, also city council, high school sports, community events, lots more at current.mnsun.com. In the second period, it was Eden Prairie getting on the scoreboard first at the 4:43 mark as Casey Middlestad was able to snipe in a great pass from Michael Graham to give the Eagles a 1-0 lead. They then extended their lead to 2-0 with just 12 seconds left as Nolan Sullivan scored his first varsity goal of his career. So we were 2-0 after 2. Then in the third period, it was a goal at the 5:59 mark by Spencer Steen, as that put Eden Prairie ahead 3-0. Looking at special teams numbers, not a lot of penalties in this game. Eden Prairie's power play went 1 for 2. Farmington's power play went 0 for 1. Shots on goal for the game, 27-22 in favor of Eden Prairie. Brian, well-played game here by Eden Prairie, and they have to be happy with their effort.
Absolutely. They took advantage of all their opportunities, and they were able to come away with 3. Unfortunately for Farmington, they had a lot of opportunities as well, but they weren't able to finish.
Yeah, credit to Sean DeRocher for playing a strong game in net for Eden Prairie. As you said, the Tigers with some good opportunities, including a couple of breakaways by Austin Martinson. Also, Jett had a nice opportunity early in the third period as well. So final score, 3-0. Eden Prairie beats Farmington. Thanks for tuning in to this afternoon's game. Make sure you tune in coming up on Tuesday when Eden Prairie will be taking on Cretin-Durham Hall. We'll have that game for you right here on PSB, as well as their Friday game against Benilde St. Margaret's. Farmington's next game is Thursday when they take on Apple Valley. Again, final score 3-0. Eden Prairie on top of Farmington right here on PSB Media. Thanks for tuning in and have a good afternoon.
Thanks for tuning in to local play-by-play coverage of tonight's game. Catch all the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports, PSB Media. Tonight's game was brought to you by The Mulch Store, Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, Athlete PT, Noodles and Company of Eden Prairie, the Sun Current, the Tavern on 4 and 5, and in partnership with Minnesota Football Magazine, the Pioneer Press, and BEC TV. You can find an archived broadcast of tonight's game available 24/7 on psbmn.com.